The privileges we enjoy today seem impossible sometime in the past. The medical school is in existence today because people stood up for it. UniGaMSA is what it is today because people saw their paths to it. I am Metaban, Information and Communication Minister of the 17th Executive Council, UniGaMSA, and I present to you UniGaMSA's first ever documentary that will take us through the history of the medical school and UniGaMSA. Please do sit back and enjoy this beautiful piece entitled Fathom, UniGaMSA.
UniGaMSA is home to us. UniGaMSA is who we are, and we are UniGaMSA.
Exception about UniGaMSA is the fact that UniGaMSA is the most important association we can have in the whole of the University of the Gambia.
And the issue of electives that was not around it as a result of UniGaMSA being in existence, that it has been returned. So,
as an international student, I was welcomed with an open arm, and it was very easy for me to mingle, and it was very easy for me to associate with students from all corners of the world.
My second year, I was in a committee. My third year, I was an executive member. In my fourth year, I was in the committee. My fifth year, I was in the committee. In my sixth year, I was in the committee. And even in my final year, I was in the committee. So
people only come together and form associations when there's a need and there's a common need.
The point of us starting, it was an inception. So resources were quite finite, so we were limited in what could actually be done.
But even if he was going to sell his last gown, he was going to make sure that we graduate as medical doctors.
I am Daniel NJMND, final year medical student. And I came in first as a student from the pre-medicals in 2016. Not really know much about UniGaMSA, but always see the executives or aspiring executives during the times of election who come and talk to us. When I moved to Banjul for my second year, I realized we were having some other challenges in the medical school. Most of which were accommodation and lecturers going to Cuba not coming back on time. So then the leaders of the association then formed another committee. Students came together and tried to find means to solve those issues. And you could see from that stand, the perception there was everybody came together as a unit. And those issues were resolved. So from then I started feeling, okay, we all as students have to take part to make this a better association, to make this a good environment. So I started partaking in activities of UniGaMSA.
So can you please raise your voice a bit, okay?
So what do you like about the association?
So what I like about the association is it helps us learn and be exposed in various ways, not just in the four corners of the classroom. So you can imagine some 20 years ago when the association was formed by the pioneers, say first and second cohort. Now we have 22nd cohort now. I know they will be amazed if they can realize UniGaMSA have been able to, this November coming, they will be able to host a General Assembly which will actually host all medical students across Africa. To me, it's a great achievement because the association has been growing. The radio talk shows that are usually done, Q Radio and Paradise during the weekends, these are things that we need as medical students to sensitize, to give back to the community out there. So those things are very fundamental. And also, as medical students, we are born out here where you realize that a lot of activities are organized, like football. Once in a while, if Swansea students are here, we have things like UniGaMSA Week. All those things are very essential because they bring students together and it helps you be exposed in various ways. You don't really have to be confined in the four corners of the classroom or what you've just been taught in class. So that, I think, has to continue. Okay, so advice to the young student body. We should not see UniGaMSA as, okay, this is the executive council that is responsible for UniGaMSA. If we make UniGaMSA our own, if we all assume ownership as this is our association, so it will help propel the association to higher heights. And to the executive and to general, we have to be organizing a lot of community sensitization where we actually have to give back to the community. Yes, the radio talk shows are there, yes. We want to be organizing things like going back to the community, screening and sensitizing on hypertension and diabetes. Since we know these are chronic ailments which are not curable, but with proper advices they can be prevented. So, but many people out there don't know that. So if UniGaMSA engages more in this kind of things, it helps develop us as students, and also we are giving back to our community.
Good afternoon. My name is Neyor Jadama. I'm from the 20th cohort. So my perception about UniGaMSA is, at first, if you come to the medical school, especially in pre-med, when you don't actually have, you don't know a lot about UniGaMSA by then. So what you would think is like it's any other student association that it's politics and all that stuff. So you want to like focus on your 7-year course that brought you to the medical school instead of getting involved. But then if you get involved in it, or if you come to Banyo, that's when you realize that UniGaMSA is more than that. It's there to serve the students, and it tries to fight for the students' their rights. Like if you have a delay from the pre-med and all that stuff, it's UniGaMSA that usually helps for the grades to be sent so that you can come to the second year and start your biomedical program. And a lot of things that UniGaMSA help the students, any class that have issue and all that other, and a lot more that they help. Okay, like I like a lot of things about UniGaMSA. Like I already mentioned, they are them helping students, and also if you serve in UniGaMSA, you get to you have the opportunity to meet different people in the medical school, because you get to interact with the seniors and then you will learn a lot from them. That is one thing I like about UniGaMSA. And also what I like about UniGaMSA is they always hold their leaders accountable. So even if you are in the executive, you think you are doing right, if you come to Congress, UniGaMSA students will always show you that you have some loopholes so that you'll always be on your feet and you'll serve them well. Okay, my recommendation is the general student involvement, because usually UniGaMSA, the way it is going now, like things are changing. Before, students are usually involved in UniGaMSA, but now if people go till around 6th year, they lose interest in UniGaMSA, they don't want to serve in UniGaMSA, and even not even serving. General students, UniGaMSA will organize like even congresses now to have students on board. They will have lecture-free day, but for students to come and attend the congress, they will actually wait for when it is time to serve food. That is when they will come and attend the congress, and they will not come on time for us to, for there to be a quorum and the congress to start. And other UniGaMSA activities that are not actually like the dinner and all that stuff, because that one students participate. But like if other offices in the executive organize like research stuff or other education seminars and all that stuff, students hardly attend. So I would encourage for students to be involved in UniGaMSA, because the UniGaMSA is not owned by only the executive, it's for the entire student. It's there for the entire University of Medical student.